What is up, Scoopster Nation? Get ready because we've got a packed show for you today, kicking off with a story that's literally flooding the headlines: Dhaka's waterlogging crisis. This isn't just a little inconvenience. We're talking about submerged roads, public suffering, and a shocking governance failure that's leaving citizens in knee-deep trouble. We'll break down exactly what's going wrong and who's responsible for this perennial crisis. Next, we're shifting gears to the cutting edge of technology. Apple is dropping iPadOS 26 today, and it's poised to usher in a new age of productivity. Get ready for a more Mac-like experience on your iPad, with a revolutionary new windowing system, enhanced file management, and even real-time translation features that could transform international business. Is this the ultimate PC replacement? Now, for a story that hits close to home and raises serious questions about integrity. The Anti-Corruption Commission, the very body meant to fight bribery and abuse of power, is itself facing revelations of internal corruption. We're talking about officials facing disciplinary measures, dismissals, and accusations of taking bribes. Can the guardians of probity clean their own house first? And finally, for the stargazers out there, a celestial event is on the horizon. A partial solar eclipse will grace the skies on September 21st, visible in specific parts of the world. We've got all the details on when and where you can catch this cosmic spectacle. Don't go anywhere. Make sure you're subscribed and the notification bell is on so you don't miss any of these explosive stories. Dhaka's drowning, a governance failure exposed. Imagine wading through knee-deep water just to get to work, or worse, facing electrocution or deadly accidents on roads turned into death traps. This is the grim reality for Dhaka residents as perennial waterlogging grips the capital, a stark symbol of profound governance failure. Recent images show public buses navigating submerged streets, while pedestrians are forced to walk through treacherous, high waters. This isn't just about traffic jams. It's a dangerous environment where stagnant water breeds disease and unmarked potholes lie hidden, waiting to cause accidents. The situation has become so dire that in September 2023, 4 pedestrians, including a family of 3, tragically lost their lives due to electrocution on a waterlogged road near Mirpur Commerce College. The city's drainage and sewerage systems are clearly collapsing under the strain. The culprits are well known: an ineffective sewerage system, a chaotic waste management approach, and the relentless encroachment of vital canals. Every day, an estimated 5,000 tons of waste are generated in Dhaka, with only half being properly managed. The rest clogs drains and canals, exacerbated by the illegal occupation of these crucial waterways. Areas like Tolarbagh and Pakpara are directly impacted by the complete encroachment of the Kaliampur main call. Decades of neglect, including a lack of dredging, have shrunk the city's natural water bodies, with studies revealing a significant loss of flood flow zones and water retention areas since 2010. While authorities promise solutions, the timeline for relief remains uncertain. This crisis is a direct consequence of unplanned urban development and a failure in governance. Reclaiming and restoring water bodies is essential to functional drainage, but citizens must also play a vital role in waste management. Without collective action and a commitment to responsible urban planning, this cycle of suffering will continue. Don't miss what happens when tech promises a revolution, but internal rot threatens a vital institution. Next up, we're diving into Apple's game-changing iPadOS 26. iPadOS 26, the tablet revolution begins. Remember when Apple asked, "What's a computer?" With the launch of iPadOS 26 and its stunning liquid glass interface, that question is more relevant than ever. This update isn't just an upgrade, it's a fundamental reimagining of the iPad, finally realizing its potential as a true productivity powerhouse and a formidable Mac-like alternative for anyone seeking a new computing experience. The most striking change is the revolutionary new windowing system. You now have granular control over up to 12 windows, allowing for flexible tiling and familiar Mac traffic light controls. This transforms the iPad into a far more intuitive workspace, especially when paired with an external display. Complementing this, the revamped Files app lets you pin essential folders and cloud storage locations directly to your dock, streamlining access to your most important work. And for those who deal with documents and images, The introduction of a dedicated iPad version of the Max Preview app brings powerful editing and markup tools right to your fingertips, saving you from costly third-party apps for basic tasks like signing digital contracts. But the real game changer might be the enhanced automation and Apple Intelligence features within Shortcuts, enabling custom workflows that could significantly boost efficiency. For global communicators, the integrated call translation API and live translation are revolutionary. Imagine seamless video conferences or phone calls where language barriers dissolve in real time, with on-device translation captions and even spoken translations in the other person's language, regardless of their device. This feature alone could transform international business interactions. Beyond these headline features, expect improvements like default external audio input for high-quality recordings, the phone app now directly on iPad, and the ability for demanding processes to run in the background without interrupting your workflow. Users are buzzing about the potential for live translation to break down global communication barriers, especially for business professionals. The implications for international collaboration and accessibility are immense. But what happens when the very watchdog meant to ensure integrity is plagued by its own internal scandals? Get ready for a deep dive into the Anti-Corruption Commission's crisis. Guardians of Corruption, ACC faces internal crisis. An anti-corruption agency that can't police itself is worse than useless. It becomes a shield for the very corruption it's meant to fight. The recent revelations surrounding Bangladesh's Anti-Corruption Commission, ACC, are deeply alarming. This institution, entrusted with safeguarding the nation from bribery and abuse of power, is now grappling with its own internal decay. Astonishingly, since 2008, 244 officials and employees have faced disciplinary action, including 34 dismissals. More disturbingly, several directors and deputy directors have recently been suspended on serious accusations, ranging from accepting bribes to extorting money and receiving illicit favors from those under investigation. These aren't minor slip-ups. They represent a profound betrayal of the ACC's mandate and ethical obligations. When the enforcers of integrity are themselves compromised, public trust evaporates. This erosion of faith emboldens wrongdoers who may believe they can escape accountability, while honest citizens lose hope in the justice system. Transparency International Bangladesh rightly points out that mere departmental actions are insufficient. True justice demands that officials who abuse their power face the full force of the law, just like any other citizen. This isn't about retribution, it's about establishing deterrence. Every official allowed to retire quietly or reinstated after suspension sends a dangerous message that corruption is a manageable risk rather than a career-ending offense. Successful prosecutions, however, would set a powerful precedent for accountability. The ACC cannot rely on mere pronouncements. Its Internal Corruption Prevention Committee, reportedly inactive, must be urgently revived. Staff vetting and monitoring need strengthening, with greater transparency in recruitment, asset declarations, and lifestyle audits. Whistleblowers within the organization must be protected and encouraged. Ultimately, the Commission's leadership must demonstrate an unwavering, zero-tolerance policy through decisive action, not just words. The stakes couldn't be higher. Corruption remains a primary obstacle to Bangladesh's democratic progress and economic development. If the ACC fails to reform itself, the nation risks descending into a state where accountability is a sham and impunity becomes the norm. But before we sign off, a quick look at a stunning event happening in the cosmos. Get ready for a partial solar eclipse. Celestial spectacle, partial solar eclipse on September 21. Look up to the skies on Sunday, September 21st, for a captivating astronomical event, a partial solar eclipse. While this particular phenomenon won't be visible from Bangladesh, skywatchers in regions like New Zealand, eastern Melanesia, southern Polynesia, and western Antarctica will be treated to a partial dimming of the sun. According to the Bangladesh Meteorological Department, the eclipse is set to begin its cosmic dance at 11:29 p.m. on September 21st and will conclude its journey by 3:53 a.m. on September 22nd, lasting a total of 4 hours and 24 minutes. The peak moment, or the greatest eclipse, will occur in the early hours of September 22nd at 1:41 a.m. Though not visible locally, this event serves as a reminder of the dynamic and predictable dance of celestial bodies in our solar system. This event has generated excitement among astronomy enthusiasts worldwide, eager to observe the moon's shadow briefly obscure the sun's brilliance from the observable locations. That's all the news for today, but we'll be right back with a quick recap. Stay tuned. And that's a wrap on today's Scoopster update. We saw Dhaka grappling with a severe waterlogging crisis, highlighting a critical governance failure. Apple is making massive strides in productivity with the launch of iPadOS 26, bringing a more powerful, Mac-like experience to tablets. The Anti-Corruption Commission is under fire, facing its own battle against internal corruption, raising serious questions about integrity. And finally, a partial solar eclipse will be visible in select parts of the world on September 21st. Don't forget to like this video if you found it informative, subscribe to Scoopster for more crucial updates, and hit that notification bell so you're always in the loop. Let us know in the comments which story you found most impactful, and follow us on all our social media channels for behind-the-scenes content and more breaking news. Thanks for watching.